Chapter 14, Sample Problem Number 9. Rectangular transverse wave pulses are traveling towards each other along a string. The grids shown in the background are identical, and the pulses vary in height and in length. The pulses will meet and interact soon after they are in the positions shown. And what we would like to do is we would like to rank the maximum amplitude of the string at the instant that the centers of the two pulses coincide. So at that place, we were going to say that always when two waves interact, the observed behavior, the thing we see, is just the algebraic sum of the two waves, using psi here as a generic word. At the centers, right, when the centers coincide, they are going to be the maximum values. So we can just add them. So we can say, for instance, that when these two coincide, there will be a guy who is 2 high, adding to a guy that's 4 high, so this height will be 6. And here we'll have a thing which is 2 adding to a thing which is 2, so a height of 4. And this one will have a thing of 4 that's adding to a height of minus 2, which is a total of 2. And then maybe most bizarrely, when you have a height of 2 adding to a height of minus 2, this will actually have at that moment no height. When the centers coincide, this will look like a flat line. So we can see that we have A is more than B is more than C is more than D. To go a little further, that's the answer to the problem, but to go a little further, we might actually want to try and sketch these graphs. So I'm going to try and see if I can do that. And we're going to say that for case 1, for instance, when they overlap, I'm going to draw in the other guy. He's 2 wide but 4 high, so the other pulse looks something like this when they overlap. And that's why we can see we have 2 plus 4. And for here, when they overlap, this is 2 wide and 2 high, so it looks something like this. Yeah, something like that. And so the actual wave, if we draw the actual wave in, we'll highlight it. In this one, the actual wave would look something like going up to 6, like that. And in this one, it would look like this, up to the 1, up to the 4, back down, and like that. Something like that. And here, when we add the two of them, the overlap would be something like this is the other pulse. And so when I add, I have nothing, and then I subtract the 1, and then it jumps up to 2, and I subtract the 1 and go over like that. So that would be the actual pulse that comes out. And then, as shown before, over here, when they overlap, we'd have a guy who's down by 2, like that. And so the actual addition would be 0, something along those lines. So the waves are kind of complicated and weird, but that's what they would look like.